Yo, what up? Welcome to the Squeegee Life Podcast. I'm here with Mark,
Welcome.
Seth,
What's up, boys?
Tim, and our special guest tonight, the sheriff, John Saco from the PWMCA. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, fellas? How you doing? Good. It's an honor to be here with four well-known
Assholes.
people in the window industry. Besides that, but you're all so cool. So it balances. It balances.
It balances out. Dude, well, I'll tell you this, man. After meeting you, because of that one podcast we did about piano teeth, you chimed in on that episode. Because you're a big proponent of piano teeth and getting them fixed. We decided, John is a fucking pretty awesome dude. And then you invited us on to the 24-hour live stream Jamie did with Pressure Washing Motivation for our buddy Corey Flannery, and it just made sense to have you on, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you.
There's nothing I like more than having dudes on the podcast where we get to see up their nose the whole night. That's my favorite fucking thing.
Let me write that.
I'm just playing. That's Mark's. Usually Mark says something about that. Mike the Glass Guy, what up? Austin Grubbs, Mark Gladinsky, Lewis Coatney, Ryan Fuster, Jason Lehman. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
What's up, dudes?
What's up, dudes?
So, how much money did you guys end up raising, John, for that?
The 24-hour, we raised about 11,900 or something.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Was the goal, right? 10,000 was their goal. So
10,000 was the goal.
Oh, so you exceeded the goal.
We started doing stuff for him back in December 23rd, which that's the day his wife went into surgery. Oh, so wow. I think a total of from December 23rd to the 24-hour live, it was something either $100 under or over $20,000.
This is who we need to get on next. It's Jamie fucking Schmidt. Jamie Schmidt needs to quit being rude and come on my podcast.
Oh, he'll love to.
Dude, that was a fun night. I would be.
I had so much fun on there,
bro.
And we left an hour and a half after we got off that thing, and TJ and I were still in the messages.
Yeah. It was great. It was a good time.
Yeah, we were.
Go ahead, Seth.
Almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. Fun. What was so cool about that was we were doing something for one of us. You know what I mean? And that's essentially, what started what we're doing here with this podcast is doing something for us. And anytime that we can help one of our fellow brothers at cleaning, it's like an honor. Every time we get asked, hey, man, do you want to toss in this or toss in that? You know what I mean? Hey, you want to donate some Squeegee Life shirts or whatever we can do, we'll do. You know what I mean? We're always game to help out one of our own because this is an industry just like pressure washing and window cleaning. It's not, it's hard for us to get fucking insurance. It's tough to pay for that shit, So when you're able to help out someone that's in need that does what you do every day, there's just something really gratifying about that. And it's hard not to have a good time. It's a good feeling, man. It's just a good feeling.
It is. At the end of the 24-hour life, I was tired as a motherfucker.
I don't know how Jamie did it.
I got emotional because, you know, a lot of people from different industries came together, like you guys. We had some people with the pressure washing, the soft washing, teachers, coaches. Everybody pitched in to, you know, make us stay the 24 hours to meet the goal. So we appreciate all of you, everyone that was on the podcast, that was in the, you know, that donated, all the vendors. I mean, we started with 10 shirts from Jamie, you know, so we can do one of the raffles. All of the sudden, bro, we had probably, I'm going to say, between around $10,000 with their equipment that people were donating. So we, you know, we have to make it special for them. So it was awesome.
Yeah, man, that was a really, really touching podcast. It was really nice.
Yes, it was.
Well, just to get multiple people to commit for 24 hours. I mean, I love doing this. I love hanging out. That's a long time to be on this, man.
It was, bro. It was, but it was very. It was so cool because, you know, we didn't expect so many people to join us. And during the middle of the night, we had between 15, 20 guys, you know, up the whole time. We have families that were watching the whole podcast for the whole 24 hours, you know.
Wow.
So it was an amazing thing.
It was a great cause. So
yes,
you know, that's awesome. You know, and I mean, I got to say, considering the pressure washing Facebook pages have probably 30 to 40% more drama than the window cleaning pages do.
You're being conservative.
Yeah, the fact that people lined up, you know, aligned themselves to help out was awesome.
Yes.
You know,
amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I want to take a second here to while we're on the podcast here, to publicly thank Tim for setting up my Shopify store. I really appreciate it, Tim. Thank you. So are you gonna give me? Are you gonna give me your address so I can send you your gift? Or are you gonna be an asshole and make me search for it?
You're gonna be I'm gonna be an asshole.
Well, I'm just gonna ask Chris. Chris Labernidis will send me your address.
I just bought a shirt from you. Think about that.
Oh well, then I'm gonna fucking. You bought a shirt too?
I bought the green hippie, man. I can't like sit there and do that thing the whole time and then not buy that shirt. You know what I mean?
And another special thank you goes out to Jacob Williams for being my first person to buy anything. He was also the only person in the history of me selling shit that's ever going to get free shipping. I paid for the shipping on his shit. Tim's like, man, you got to fix that right away. I'm like, well, you got to go fix it because I don't know what I clicked.
We went live and Jacob goes on there. We had to have the shipping fix or we did. I thought I had the shipping fixed, but somehow he figured out how to get the free shipping.
Right.
I didn't get the free shipping out there.
Hey, Jamie, dude, I want to say thank you. It was the pleasure was all ours, man. We really enjoyed coming on. It was super awesome, dude. We would like you to come on the show, Jamie. It's probably going to be like 3 weeks. We got the next episode will be with what's that guy's name? Peter Artusa with the IWCA. He'll be that, and then the following week will be what's his nuts, Eddie Stewart. That's going to be awesome. So and I think the week after that I think we're going to have Jersey on, which is going to be super cool.
Jersey's always a good guest. Eddie Stewart, we're looking forward to because it's going to be a fun podcast, I think. And you know, you guys keep on hitting it up.
Hey, Tim Willis, what T-shirts? What are you talking about? I'm down to come on in 2 weeks. Next week I'm in Myrtle Beach. That sounds rad, man. That sounds super rad, man. We'll coordinate that after you get when you get back from your event, which is, if people don't know, John Saco, will you please plug that event right now?
Sure, guys. The 9th and the 10th, we're gonna have some paying classes at the PWMCA event in Myrtle Beach, and the free event will be the 11 and 12, where you guys can go and see a bunch of vendors, network, meet new contractors, meet vendors, and have have a good time. That's what the events are all about. So get with Jamie Schmidt over at the PWMCA, or you can contact me anytime, or Gene O'Neill, and he will be able to give you all the information how to sign up for it.
I wish that fucking COVID wasn't a thing, because I'd have more money to go do super cool shit like that. You know what I mean? Trips, I just got to be careful, because you never know. You know what I mean? The second wave, no way, dude. Tim, I don't even know what shirt you're talking about. No, Tim, they're done. Tim, they're done. They're done. I think I might be wrong about that. She may be finishing the last one right now. So, but yeah, I think there's 8 or 9 of them sitting on the table waiting to be boxed up and shipped. I'll probably box them up tomorrow. Send them out, Tim. Tim ordered 10 window cleaning history shirts, but he did it in the blue podcast t-shirt foil, which is super fucking difficult to do. They're hard to do in regular, what do you want to call it? Regular HTV, but that foil is even harder. Jennifer's back there. She's probably cussing right now. She was super angry about that. That's the most difficult shirt to do. That's a really hard shirt to do. There's a lot of little this and that's on there. But yeah, they're done, bro. She just, there was 2 orders before you when you ordered, Tim. That's why I said after the holidays. Takes a little time. But now that the Squeegee Life store is up, a lot of our designs will be able to be just screen printed and sent out. And that'll free up Jennifer more time to do other stuff, which we're trying to lean more into doing company shirts for guys. Like we do Seth's company shirts, and I do Jason why do I want to keep calling Jason Lehman Jason Williams? Why do I keep wanting to do that? But we do Jason Lehman's,
and Jason Lehman,
Jason Lehman's company shirts. They're not we can get bleach safe material, but they're not the NASCAR shirts like Jamie Schmidt does. They're just regular shirts like this. So if you want regular company shirts, we'll cut you a super sweet deal. Jeremy Palmer, what's up, buddy? But yeah, Tim, they're going out, brother. They're going out. They're going out. They're going out.
I like the shirt you're wearing, TJ.
Oh yeah, this will be the collection will be complete next week. I'll get the artwork back, and Tim and I will go up there, and we we'll throw that up there. Yeah, we'll get it up there. That shirt order was mine, I think. So who's
a couple designs coming down?
What are we talking about here? That shirt order was mine. Tim Willis. The ones I ordered
he's saying that shirt order that came in before Tim's.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I've got that wrong, Tim, and James, you're the one that ordered Tim, I have to go through. Oh man, that's not good. But yeah, you guys please continue. Please continue.
So. How many, is this the second year that you guys have been doing this event, or how long has this event been going on for, Sean?
This is, I think, the 3rd year that Jamie,
like
has put it together. This is going to be my first event. Not only because I'm part of the board of directors, but I'm going to have a booth there with one of the products we provide for the pressure washing industry. So,
nice.
Yes. And if you haven't heard, it's the Smart Box, which is a remote control system that you can use when you downstream. Mm-hmm. And also it's a box separately that you can turn on and off your pressure washer from between 750 to 1,000 feet away from the equipment. So this way you don't have to go back to the rig all the time.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass to do that. So
yes. So...
That's really cool. I'm gonna have to check that out because it really does get annoying after a while, especially I work by myself a lot, so yeah,
Me too.
It's kind of annoying. Yeah.
Hey John.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with how an air conditioning clutch works in a car or a truck?
Right.
So you got your compressor that spins, and then you've got a clutch in the middle that's electromagnetic clutch, right? So when you flip the switch, it turns the compressor on, even though the outside ring is still turning. I was always wondering, because you mentioned that, why they didn't make a pressure washer that had a clutch similar to that, which would completely shut the pump down when you're not using it. Maybe it wouldn't hold up. I don't know. I would think that would be something that these guys would look into. You know what I'm saying?
There is a guy that is actually working with, he's making soft wash systems. His name is Tim Asselton. And if I'm not mistaken, he is working on one of those for the soft wash industry. Yeah. With a special clutch and a special motor. So, but I was able to figure out the wiring for most of the pressure washers, the GX 690s, 660s, 630s, to be electric start, to be able to working with the remote control. So that's what I wanted to bring to the industry to help out guys not have to go back and forth to the truck, with the soap and all that.
It'd be super convenient. I mean, there's a million applications that helps out in.
Yes. People that does, fleet watching, they do the double step, the 2-step type of washing. So they be able to use 2 different soaps from it. So, very interesting. There's other people making them, but, with the years experience that I have in the business, I kind of figure a couple of things that I made as a change on my units. So this way they last longer.
I feel like if we put Mark and John here and just mention rubber, we could fill up the 2 hours right now.
No, what it takes is a mind that thinks outside of the box a little bit, to come up with.
And that's you guys are going to explain it to the. I mean, you'll explain it right too. You know what I mean?
I was always that kid that whenever I got a toy,
man, that's not good.
It lasted about 20 minutes because I was getting the screwdrivers out and seeing what made it tick. And so when you do that for a long time, you start to figure shit out. It's like the good thing about the pressure wash, soft wash industry is now it's growing to a major industry. So you have the larger corporations doing engineers, doing research and development on it. Yep. So that's why they're coming up with, over the next, I'd say 5 to 10 years, I would honestly predict that they're going to be making some really cool shit. Because there's money behind it. You know what I'm saying? Window cleaning, we get a new pull, a purification system, a better this, a better that. It's still back to the basics. But when you have something...
water-fed poles, I seen there was somebody looking for distributors today.
Yeah.
On some new brushes. What are those new brushes Perry's putting out? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, man.
No, that's okay. Who's putting out new brushes?
Perry, and he's looking for distributors.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what?
Is
that what they're called?
In South America?
Yes. When you try
to call it a Lego set, put them together.
When you try to solve a problem that really doesn't exist, then you really accomplish nothing anyway. I don't want to hear about broom brushes. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit in my opinion.
He's trying to adapt again because he's going away from the poles and trying to sell brushes again, like you would with you. If you sell squeegees, you don't want to sell the squeegee, you want to sell the rubber.
I fucking hate the fucking post office.
Yeah, dude, they're so bad.
Dude, I sent that dude those shirts, man. Fuck.
He sent Jersey, I think, sent out those magazines on the 15th or something.
What?
I haven't received mine yet.
Oh, really? So, all right. Dude.
They're backed up. They put out a post, or they're putting out statements saying, "Hey, don't expect your shit for a while. We're way backed up."
Well, hey, I'll tell you this, Tim. I'm just gonna remake the shirts and I'm gonna send them fucking UPS to you, dude. And if you get that shit ever shows up in the mail, then you got extra. But no matter what, I got you, bro. That fucking sucks. I'm glad you said something, because with everything I got going on, I would have never knowed. Never knowed. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, dude. That's not normal. We're usually pretty good about that. Austin Grubbs, you still don't have your what?
magazine, probably that American Window Cleaning. Because the post office just came out and said, "Hey, we're just not. It's taking a while. You guys just got to deal with it right now." You know what I mean? So
I can't help it, Tim. I hate that shit, because I super appreciate the support you guys give me and the show. And fucking when that happens, that freaks me the fuck out. Like, now I'm anxious. Fuck.
You'll be all right, man. You'll figure it out. But John, I think someone asked. So that's going to turn off the power washer as well, too. Do you have a separate smart box for that, or is it?
There is actually, I have two of them. One, the downstream injector that you can turn on and off. There is a separate box that is just the pressure washer, and the third box is a combo where you can use the pressure washer and the downstream injector in one box.
This is something you made?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your it's your shut up, Mark.
Yes.
Are you going to get one of those too?
Sorry, Mark.
Mark?
No, I'm not that much into pressure washing.
Then shut up.
I'm curious about it because I
the engine to the pressure washer is a little more complicated because a remote start would be simple, but does the engine, like my lift, every time you start it with the key, it automatically sends the choke. So there has to be multiple things that happen. If the trigger's not pulled and some of those unloaders don't unload, it's a problem. But shutting the pump off where you got all that water cycling back into the tank and everything, I think that's where the benefit would be. Letting the motor idle is fine. Like I heard that the new Hondas have fuel injection and they'll idle down.
Yes.
I mean, but that's like a $4,000 motor, right? Just for the motor.
Yes, just the motor itself is like $3,800. Yeah.
Yeah, I once had a guy give me a Dutz, DUTZ, which is a German-made diesel engine. They put them in forklifts. They put them in. They just run forever. And when I looked it up, it was like 46 horsepower, and I was this close to building a skid and mounting 2 pressure wash pumps on it at the same time, and that would have been a cleaning mission. And it would have sat there and run with the right reduction. You could run that engine at 1,600 RPM, so it would just barely sip any diesel fuel, and I mean it wouldn't even drag down when you pulled the trigger, because it's a diesel.
And you'll be shooting very high. Lots of.
Oh yeah. Well, and the thing is that people don't understand, and I know people get thousands of hours out of these small engines, small being the V-twins and the Kohlers, but their lifespan is if you find out the hours on these things, it's relatively low. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple thousand hours, those motors are supposed to be replaced. And that doesn't mean you will have an engine that runs 10,000 hours, but for the most part, they're like 3,500 hours, and they're done.
They can, especially if you don't take care of them, you don't do the maintenance on them, like all that stuff. Like I've had mine now for 6 years, no issues, no pump issues, motor issues. I've been lucky on the 2 I have.
Yeah.
Hey Cameron, I thank you for that, man. But that's not the website. That's just the store that's got set up there. In what do we say, guys? March. In March, www.squeegeelife.com will go live, and that is going to be the most titties and beer thing you guys have ever seen in your life. It's going to be super badass. There's going to be a no holds barred fucking forum on there. You guys are going to be able to go in, and we're going to be able to put threads up and talk about this, that, and the third. It's going to be super dope. Mark's going to be selling some cool ass shit on there. Seth's eventually going to be selling some cool ass shit on there. I'm going to be selling shit on there. So it's just like a window cleaner's boutique is what it's going to be. It's going to be higher end stuff for guys that want the cool shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not going to be, we're not trying to go in competition against fucking WCR or Detroit Sponge. It's just a window cleaner's boutique. You know what I mean? Just some cool stuff and some business services for guys in the industry. And all Patreon members will get a discount.
Nice.
Because you guys are the shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. You ever see those 18-wheelers like with the 50-inch surface cleaners on the front?
Well, that's the you're talking about the is it an 18-wheeler?
I don't know. But I've seen those.
Street scrubbers.
I've seen a dude take the deck off of a riding lawnmower, off of like a zero turn, and put pressure washing deck under it. That's pretty cool too.
I've seen the 1 tons, but that's the biggest I've seen. I've seen a 1 ton that did it.
Dude, I've seen. We had a company here that now we're all electronic. We have the Sun Pass or whatever you guys call it in your state. Electronic tolls without toll booths. But there was a company that had a contract to clean the toll plazas. The drive where you drive through to pay the toll, and those over the top things because of all the diesel fuel sticking to them. And this company took a retired fuel tanker truck. So you're talking an 18-wheeler. What is that whole 5,000 gallons of water?
Right.
And they had a turret in the back, and they must have had some kind of pump hooked up to a PTO on the engine, because that he could stand in the turret and literally just rinse that top down in minutes. Oh yeah, huge.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I'm out here X-jetting with a 5-gallon bucket and think I'm a beast.
Yeah.
I do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, John.
I've done it for a while, but to me it seems like a pain in the neck to carry that bucket. So I'm more of a downstream guy.
See, the thing with me is I spent a lot of money rebuilding a pressure washer, a hot water unit. You know what I mean? I went through, had it completely. My cousin rents equipment, and he had one sitting there. He's like, "Man, this just been sitting, if you want to rebuild it, it's yours, and it's got a big V-twin Vanguard engine on it, and fucking, it's a Mighty M, one of those roller skids. It's like 5.5 gallons a minute. It's fucking super sweet, belt drive, and it's always fucking up on me, and it's a pain in the ass, and I was like, man, I really want to do this, but I'm always wrenching on this fucking thing, and then I just kind of drifted away from it. If a customer asks me if they call and like, hey, do you pressure wash? I'll go and bid it. You know what I mean? But I don't advertise for it. Existing customers, I do house washes for. I don't roof clean. Everyone's like, you should. But there's a guy, Eric Babbitts. You know Eric Babbitts? Does anyone know? EnviroWash, Ohio. He's in my area, and another guy, Squeegee Peak. They both do a lot of roof wash and house wash and pressure washing, and I just, instead of trying to compete with dudes that haul trailers around and can do it really, really quickly and efficiently, I'm like, I'm just going to stay in my lane, and what I get is what I get. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, I can make money cleaning windows like I always have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm branching off into restoration. I'm branching off into restoration work. So, the more I start doing that, I'm gonna eventually try to be Mark Tanner or remove scratches from glass. But I have a bunch of practice shit. I've actually been collecting patio door glass. So I've got I got my patio door and then 4 more patio doors with dog scratches all over them. And I figure that's where I'm going to start.
Dog scratches are tough.
I know, but I figure that if I can't pass up scratched glass, if they're getting rid of it, I'm going to take it and practice on it.
I'm going to go out on the left here because I'll show you everything you need to know, and eventually show everybody what they need to know if they're interested. But I get blowed up with these fucking guys. Listen to this. 2 weeks ago, I was going to say something, but 2 weeks ago I was invited to join a think tank group for glass restoration, and I go, the fuck is the think? Is that like fucking Dungeons and Dragons or something? What the fuck?
What's wrong with Dungeons and Dragons?
Sandwiches, and we're going to use sidewalks.
Somebody wants to gain all the information and put it together and then resell it and fuck everybody else.
Yeah, well, I'm like, well, what's in it for me?
Tim, half your head's cut off, brother.
All right, boss.
You're all right.
Is there something better? Probably. Is there someone better? Probably. But I know what I do works and it makes me money.
Right.
Well, that's partially my fault because I'm always like, Mark Tanner's the best. You know what I mean? And I see the shit that you post, and like if somebody asks me a question, I'm like, the guy to talk to is Mark, because the shit that you post is unbelievable. And when I say I think Mark's the best in the country, I feel that way, because not only are you my friend, but
and I
see your work.
Appreciate that, But
that's he's also your boyfriend, TJ. Come on.
Whatever, dude. I don't care. I love him.
Like, that's just.
Come on now. You're just.
I love him.
When I was in the glazing business, I did a lot of scratches removals too on tabletops.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people used to bring more, because people scratch it with the glasses and things like that. So we have to buff.
Tabletops, they're good practice, but they're very hard to make any money on a tabletop, and the reason is because a tabletop is so cheap to replace if you know the right people. Like I went to a lady's house, and a tabletop is generally not going to have, it might get a scratch on delivery or something, but if it's a tabletop that they use consistently, it's going to be completely covered in scratches. I went to a lady, and I'm like, well, we're talking about $150 for me to fix this. I go, but honestly, I can make a phone call, have one delivered for $175. Do we really want to do this?
Brand new one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And she's like, you do that for me? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm like, here's the number, here's the guy. It's 6 foot by 5 foot. It's got the bevel on it. Boom.
I'm gonna practice on mine. I'm still waiting for Mark to be able to send me the materials to do it, because he's having trouble sourcing right now, and what he's got to keep. So I'm gonna be practicing and trying to get to remove stains and shit off of gas fireplace glass.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's smart, Like where you live, you probably have a ton of that.
Yeah.
Ton of that. And not a lot of people know how to fix that.
Right. Well, I'm fairly certain I'll be able to make a little money doing that.
If you can get me the fireplace glass, because I'm going to tell you now, fireplace glass is going to be...
It's like Pyrex, yeah.
So it's harder than traditional glass,
Correct.
And it's twice as expensive.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I want to practice on mine.
Huh?
That's why I want to practice on mine, because mine's fucked.
For you to get, you need to try what you already have, or what I can send you that I have now.
Yeah.
But if there was a way to get, and if that doesn't work, we can make a more aggressive formula to attack that. Because to me, I never thought of that. That's a great market for you, or for anybody in the north.
Yeah.
Because those nice fireplaces aren't cheap.
No, they're not cheap at all.
You can't enjoy the fire with a blacked out piece of glass.
Right. And they all do it eventually. They all smoke over eventually. They all, there's not much you can do about it. But if I could bring mine back, I'm fairly certain I should be able to bring other people's back. So we'll see how it works out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2021 is full of
I'm
possibilities.
kind of thinking in my mind that it's going to clean up easier than you might think.
I hope it is. I hope it does.
And sometimes it just takes.
Even if
sometimes it just
takes
a chemical.
10 times better. You know what I mean?
Say that again. Say that again, Tim.
Even if it doesn't come out 100% with that kind of glass and the way it's pitted, it's going to come out 100 times better.
Oh, of course.
It's going to be, the value is going to be there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. What were you saying, John?
There is a lot of chemicals nowadays that you can use. Depends on how you use it, and for windows especially, or glass.
We don't.
Without messing them up.
Just so you know, John, this is the we don't put chemicals on glass squad.
Okay.
We don't fucking do that around here.
The only reason we say that, John, is because
a lot of people use the wrong shit, and they use it for the wrong reasons.
You have to know what you're doing.
You have to know what you're doing. So when people ask, can I get this off with this? And some guy's like, yeah, put this acid on there. It's usually not the best thing. You know what I mean? You got to know what the stain is.
Apparently.
Yeah, for me, I can tell you this. I go to a glass restoration job, and it's generally going to be a stain issue. The first thing I ask them when I can usually tell just by looking at it, what have you tried? The first thing the average homeowner does is go online, and then they bust out everything from toothpaste to toilet bowl cleaner. And truthfully, John, sometimes what could take an hour or $100 to $125 to repair is now going to be 3 hours and $300 because they treated it like a science experiment. Yeah. Look, it's human nature to go on the internet nowadays and see what someone else did, and that doesn't mean it doesn't work. But people have to understand, an issue with glass in Ohio is going to be an issue with glass different than in Florida. You understand?
Yeah.
Because of the water and because of whatever caused the problem.
Right. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jacob Dell, man, get well soon, brother. I love you.
Jacob,
take care of yourself, Jacob. Please.
We love you, Jacob. Hopefully, you're feeling better, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his live today.
For you.
Yeah.
Looked like he got ran over by a truck.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing better.
Well, he always looks that way, but he's sick this time.
Yeah. He looked.
Jacob is a great guy.
Yeah, Jacob is salt of the earth, man. That's one of my favorite people, dude. He's a sweetheart of a dude, and I got to hug him. It was great. I think it threw him off guard because I hugged him, because we're both big bellied gentlemen, so I had to put my gut on top of his gut and kind of stand on my tippy toes to give him a hug. But yeah, that's my dude, man. That is my fucking dude. But yeah, I hope you get well soon, Jacob. Take care of yourself, please.
I'm a hugger too, though, and I think it weirds people out sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a hugger, man. I'm a hugger. I can't. We hugged. Me and you hugged when we at the Big Apple Cafe.
Twice about that.
Yeah, we just hugged. I was like,
right.
He like reached out. And I was like, nah, let's hug. And he's like, yeah, I'm a hugger. So we hugged. It's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, I grew up the same way, man.
I hugged Mark. Mark is really weird. He's a weird hug.
Mark didn't like it when I hugged him.
Yeah, because they were at he came to my birthday to get, on my 40th birthday surprise party. Jennifer invited him and Richie up. And when I hugged Richie, I was like, oh man, I'm so glad to see you. And then I hugged Mark, and he was just like, it was a really weird hug. It was like, oh, don't touch me.
If I'd hug anybody, it would be you, but I got a touch thing going on.
Dude, you're straight.
Craig!
I'm hugging you, I'm grabbing your ass now. Yeah, I'm going into the scoops.
Craig and Denzel, you need to come on the podcast, bro. You see I got your picture in the background, right? Craig, you got to come on the show, bro. We have to get you on here. You need to talk to Grace and have Grace hook you up with a way to get on Skype and get on the podcast with us, Craig. Please.
Or just drive to your house or drive down to,
just drive to my house.
Not that far away. Shit.
I'll bring my computer to you, and we'll do it in Lakewood.
Yeah, what's he, like 30 minutes from you?
Yeah, he's right down the road, man. He's got I think Craig is like I want to say, I could be wrong, but I think he might be third generation window cleaner. I think third or fourth generation,
that's awesome.
He's the dude who's doing the Gucci shoe.
Yes, that's the Gucci guy, man. That's my. Craig's he's an interesting dude. He's cool as fuck, man.
So do you guys know that one guy that does the TikToks with all the different logos on the window cleaning? What's his name?
The kid who dances and shit?
Oh, the window doctor PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know how to take that dude. I think, I'm going to be honest, I don't think he's an hour and a half away. I'm sorry. I think he might be a troll. I don't think he really does that shit seriously. I think he's just a troll.
I think he's just fucking with people.
Yeah, I don't think that's all serious.
Yeah, I mean, just picture today when you seen his car. I mean, he's legit a window cleaner. He's got all the full load in back. So I think he's just having fun with the guys.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
Tim Willis is a fourth generation.
He does some cool stuff.
Cullen Goat is his name. Cullen Goat. Like I said, I think he is, in my opinion, he's harmless. He's, right. You know what I mean? He just goofy is all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think he's a troll.
The problem is I see that shit and I just want to attack his ass. But I think that's what he's doing.
That's what he wants.
Yeah. So he wins.
He's trying to elicit a reaction. That's why
He's like Eddie Stewart though. Eddie Stewart does the same shit.
Yeah.
And then he just hits you with like
Eddie Stewart.
The comebacks that kid has are pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty nice.
Eddie Stewart goes so close to the edge, though, is the problem with Eddie sometimes.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's an asshole or if he's just kidding around. He's like a somewhere in between.
Fucking awesome. Yeah.
We'll see when he comes on. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust his chops a little bit, just a little. He hates millennials. And I got a rep.
Right, I got a rep. I got a reputation to uphold here.
Yeah, I got a reputation to uphold.
So, John, how did you get started down this road, man? the pressure washing road? How did you get started down?
So I actually started because I had a lot of people working for me back in early mid 90s, around 93, 94, installing brake pavers. So we were doing a lot of square footage from South Florida, meaning Miami Beach, all the way up to Orlando. And pretty much I just started with that. I built my first rig in 95, hot water machine, and I started cleaning and sealing pavers. And once the 2008 depression hit, pretty much I sold that side of the business, and I got out of the paver business completely. When we started, we were selling pavers $10 a square foot for installation. When I got out on 2008, they were being sold for $2.95 installed with material included. So I decided to get out. I started working with the VA hospitals doing the modifications for veterans' homes. And I happened to come back as an accident because one veteran needed his house cleaned on the outside. So I went, go ahead, because I was already doing the inside remodeling. I went and, set up another rig and did the whole thing and started back. That was 2012, 2013.
Okay.
So you've seen, you're in Florida too, so you've seen that industry basically explode from occasionally seeing a guy to, like I've always said, you go to any traffic light and there's at least two on every corner, and big expensive rigs around here, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
like you were saying earlier, the industry has evolved to a greater amount of different equipment.
Yeah.
Back in the days, most of us used to use the 4-gallon a minute machines.
Yeah.
Now you got people running 12 gallons a minute, 16 gallons a minute. You got people using booster pumps, 12-volt pumps, air systems. So I guess it's...
So what do you think? So what's the best? As far as delivery of chemicals, is it air pump, a 12-volt pump? What's the best? What's the best in your opinion? What's the most reliable for the guys that clean windows? What's the most reliable, best bang for your buck soft washing thing you can do? What, in your opinion?
Probably the 12 volt. I've been doing soft wash with a 12 volt and also downstreaming. But if we're talking about direct application, 12 volt will be better. It'll save you some money on chemicals. You can work all that out based on your kits that you're using. We use 5.5 gallons a minute, 7 gallons a minute. But now people that like the volume, that's when they start jumping into the air diaphragm pumps or the booster pumps. Which, you can get 60, 70 feet with a booster pump, based on the volume. But with that being said, booster air sucks more water. You need bigger tanks. So now, you got to go back and, retract everything, how you're going to make your system to make it work for you. So that's why I like to stick with the 12-volt pump.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's got a trailer set up with the air pump system. So now you've added a gas compressor. Like you said, you've got a 500-gallon tank, a 100-gallon chem tank, a 20-gallon soap tank, and every now and again you got to get down and reset that air pump because it kind of stops in its cycle and then doesn't come back on. And I'm like, it's great if you want to dump a shit ton of chemicals real quick, but this is a pain in the ass. I had to walk all the way 200 feet back to the machine, push that thing, and get it to go again,
That's right. When you use booster pumps, now you got to have a generator to run the booster pump.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the 12-volt system, if you set it up correctly, with thicker gauge for the electrical wires, the correct hoses for the suction and the application, you already have a battery there with your pressure washer. So you really don't need to get anything extra.
So John, what's your opinion about those units? Like, I know Honda's got one. I think it's a U-door pump. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
The Uder pump, yes.
Yeah. What is your opinion of that? I mean, because that thing looks like it'll move some material.
Oh, it will. It will. But again, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And the Uder is probably a product that has come out in the market the last, I'm going to say, 5-10 years. You know, they didn't used to use those back in the days, but somebody came with the idea and to be able to put out a lot more material. But once again, what's the point of putting out a lot more material if you got to let the chemical do the job?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, not only that, no matter what you spend up front to buy that pump and that motor, even the 12 volts are now getting costly, and the air diaphragm system is tremendously costly. Mm-hmm. I don't give a shit what you sell. Fucking chlorine eats the living shit out of everything. Everything. Right. Yeah.
It's the only thing nice about a 12 volt system though is you're just replacing the pump basically.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you're doing. I mean, you can leave right on the truck. You can trade it out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be going again.
Fucking lost.
Air diaphragm. If something goes wrong, there's a lot that goes wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim.
Oh, that's all good.
I didn't mean to do that. I just kicked fucking Tim out. Get the fuck out of here, Tim. I'm like, oh shit, I just lost Tim.
I lost everything. Oh, you got it.
I thought Tim was going to come back as Wet 'em Willie or something.
Oh, fuck. That was...
Yeah, but yeah, man. So it's a lot of new products out there. You know, what it works for me is 12 volt pump and downstreaming. Mm-hmm. 12 volt pump, I use it normally when I have heavy growth. You know, as you know, Saco holds a lot more heavy growth. Mm-hmm. But the way I have my downstream set up, I use a hydro chemical injector. So my chemical injector pulls up to 35 to 40%. So really, when I'm cleaning, I'm at 3%, 4%. So I don't need anything more than that. Mm-hmm. You know, normally I spray it, let the chemical do the work, mm-hmm. and come and rinse it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Which must be nice with your smart box because you can just do it side at a time and not have to hit a side, go back, pull it out. Like
that's pretty cool.
That's right. That's the reason why I
came up with it. Saco.
Oh, you call me anytime, brother. No problem.
Oh, I will.
So let me ask you another question, John. Mm-hmm. Since we're discussing chemical cleaning, I'm not a pressure cleaning guy. Like TJ, if the right job, I market through my own customers. Mm-hmm. I'm not bidding up against a guy that's got $100,000.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
That can do it in half the time that I can. Okay. Mm-hmm. By the time I'm uncoiling hose, he's backing out of the driveway and leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't honestly. Pressure washing is very mechanical. I've seen guys spend 15 grand, 20 grand on a trailer, and in 2 years, you better have budgeted to replace it because I don't give a shit. It's like leasing a car. You turn it in and get another one because it might look shiny from the road, but that shit is leaking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I have an issue with things that leak. But I did.
Me too.
I clean the windows on an estate home, right? And the guy has a white flat tile roof, okay? I didn't realize it was painted white. It was, and he said to me, Mark, I know you don't want to do it, but I only want you doing my roof. So the first time we cleaned the roof with a pressure cleaner, the second time, a year and a half later, I got smart and said, okay, I got this 12 volt pump and I got this tank and we're going to go up there. And we did our thing and it looked great, John. And in 3 months, it turned fucking yellow. Okay.
That's
now,
probably the paint.
I was told you don't do painted roofs because that can happen. We literally had to go back on that roof because I was like, am I going to have to paint this guy's roof? But it came off with pressure cleaning. We had, it's like a 7,500 square foot house. I had to eat pressure cleaning that flat tile inch by inch by inch. It took quite some time. So
what was your mix? What was your mix when you cleaned that roof?
We just buy the pool chlorine. Let's not mask it because in Florida there's a pool store on every corner. Mm. Okay. I probably took, I think pool chlorine is what, 16%, and I cut it. Yeah. I cut it in half, so it's probably 8% mix. 8%. Dude, the shit was disappearing as fast as I could spray it. It was great. Yeah. However,
but that's not supposed to. That's what not supposed to happen.
Yeah. So my question to you is, if you're doing soft washing on white painted house, is there an issue that it could turn yellow over time?
Mm-hmm. Of course, if you're using too much of a heavy mix.
So is that why it did that, John? Because I had it too heavy?
I will probably say because it was so hot, it turned the paint into a different color.
Yeah.
You know, normally at a tile roof, and don't get me wrong, sometimes tile roofs might need a little bit of help with the surface cleaner, as long as you can change your tips and reduce the pressure of your surface cleaner to 1,000 psi. Then you won't have issues damaging the roof.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do a soft wash, I will probably start at a 3%.
Yeah.
You know, and apply it, let it dwell for 15-20 minutes, and come back and rinse it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you rinse it, you'll be able to see the areas that you missed, and you just can go ahead and apply on those areas and rinse it again.
Yeah. So now I've also read where people just let the chemical do their work and wait for it to rain. You're a proponent of rinsing when you're done.
Yes. The reason why is because if you don't rinse and you leave that bleach in there, the first morning dew is going to run all those chemicals back into the plants, and you're going to be burning bushes, grass.
Do you rinse asphalt roofs too?
Yes.
Okay, so even if you have like fungus growth and stuff on the roof, you would rinse afterwards. Or like I've seen guys that rinse like half the roof, like the first half, and then leave the rest.
From the bottom.
Yeah, like hit the bottom up to like the
A lot of guys do that, but I feel more comfortable rinsing the whole roof. So this way, when the customer comes, because that's the whole point of a customer hiring you, when they come back home, they want to see a clean roof. If you apply it and let the rain wash it, then what's the value you're giving to the customer?
Yeah, you gotta try good. Yeah,
exactly. You know, the thing is, if you miss parts and the rain washes everything, you're gonna have to come back to reapply the chemical. Why do that? Rinse it in the moment and apply the areas you miss right when you're at the job on the first time. So, but yeah, I will say 3 to 4% should be a max that it should be applied on a roof. Because if you don't rinse it well also, and depends how you apply it, if you leave some of those chemicals on the nails of the roof, they're going to rust.
Yeah.
With time. And they're going to start popping up, and they're going to start pushing your shingles off, and it's going to be a mess.
Where's all that noise coming from?
I think it's Tim.
It's me. It's my son, my daughter.
You're like, I don't know. It's not. I don't think that's what it is.
It just stopped.
Yeah, it just stopped. But it's like you don't normally sound like that.
It sounds like there's like interference between like his headset. Yeah.
Or maybe he doesn't have his headset on. Hey, see you later, Ryan.
See you, Ryan.
So basically, what you're saying, John, is that if you're going to do this for a living, you better know what you're doing. Because just because it looked like, for me, dude, I did that house, it looked beautiful, and then to get that call like months later, he's like, you got to look at the roof, it's yellow. And I'm like, all right, I'm on the way. And I pull up there and I'm like, the house is white with a white roof and blue shutters, and now you definitely see that roof is yellow. I'm like, holy shit, I'm in trouble here. Thankfully, like I said, I didn't mind pressure cleaning that roof simply because it came out. You know what it would cost to paint that roof?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of money. That's the one you do like every week, the windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I do the windows.
Yeah, that's not an account you want to fucking lose. That.
No. That guy pays his bills, man.
So I mean,
you gotta bend over backwards for customers like that. So
yeah, and I'm the one who preaches not using chemicals, and I'm out there freaking yellowing up a roof. You know. Let me ask you another one. Another one. I did some chemical cleaning on some flat sidewalks, and it rinsed out onto the black asphalt, and they had sprayed the asphalt about 2 months before. And let me tell you something, I had a hell of a time cleaning that up too.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. You bleached the brand new asphalt pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my, the streaks.
Anytime you use any sort of chemicals, make sure you water everything.
Yeah.
I etched.
Saturate plants, saturate grass, saturate. You know, if you you're gonna be working over a brand new asphalt, apply a lot of water to it. Make sure you wet it really good. So this way, when the bleach hits it, it will dilute it.
I actually damaged someone's concrete and fucking too much pressure and left some circles, some donuts.
Yep.
2 donuts, because I was like. And what's ironic about it is I went Facebook Live and I stopped and then I started my fucking surface cleaner, which I normally kind of start it like at an angle and then kind of work it down, you know what I mean? Instead of just firing it up on the concrete. And I left some donuts. I sealed the whole driveway. He calls me up and he's like, he goes, I'm really happy. Everything turned out really great. He goes, but what are these? I got this donut in my driveway. I'm like, what? He goes, there's a donut in my driveway. There's 2 donuts. And I went back and looked. And luckily, it was contained to one square, you know, how they cut concrete out, so it don't break. Yeah. It was contained in one square. So I had to strip the fucking sealer off of it. And unfortunately, I do decent work and I use the best sealer I could possibly get. So it was a motherfucker getting that sealer off. And then that Craig dude from F9 kind of helped me out and told me what to get. I did his technique and it pulled it right out. You can't even fucking tell anymore. Cleaned it. Resealed it. Looks wonderful, man. Still sparkles now, man. But yeah, you could easily fuck shit up if you don't know what you're doing.
But that's part of it. You're doing sealer, no matter what it is, especially paper bricks, and John knows what I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, I had a guy bid my accountant. I bid his roof, his walls, the windows, the driveway, and he got someone else for $200 less on an $1,700 job. $200 less. I'm like, dude, I pay you every year $1,500 to do my books, and you're gonna beat me up for $200? And then that guy shows up. He was a painter, right? He did all that work. He sealed the driveway. It wasn't dry. That thing white hazed over. And then they called me because I at the time had the hot water machine, and that's what they were told would take it up. And I go, so wait a minute. You cut my throat for $200. Now you want me to come bail this guy out that cut my price? No, I'm not. I'm not having no part of stripping that sealer.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or if you do, you gotta be at $2.50 a square foot.
Right.
Yeah.
$3 a square foot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and that's what a lot of the new products that are coming out with the sealers. They're promoting wash and seal the same day. Based off what I've learned from ICPI, the Institute of Concrete Pavers, you're not supposed to do that because you're just trapping the moisture underneath the pavers.
The sealer that I bought, on the label it straight up said, make sure that like if you're cleaning the concrete, once the concrete's cleaned, don't apply until it's completely dry. So I had to go back the next day. I actually waited until later on in the afternoon, so that the moisture would come out, get burn off the concrete, and then went back and sealed it. So
I'll tell you what. I think you run into the problem when you're using the maybe xylene or the other sealers versus a water-based sealer, which I know the water-based has probably come a long way, and you have a lot less risk.
I used xylene as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we used to use back in the days. It was all xylene based, you know. Now with the water base, I still feel like if I put 10 gallons a minute of water on those pavers, that shit is not gonna dry. That way.
No,
There's no way. And especially when you're in the patios with the overhangs where there's no sun hitting it, and let's say you have pavers over concrete, the water is not going anywhere. It's still, standing under the pavers.
Right.
So you got to let all that dry, or if you seal it, you better be ready to come and strip the areas that are going to be turning white.
Yep. I see a lot of that shit. Guys like that will go and do pavers and then go and seal the pavers afterwards. And a couple of my customers, like, oh, I got a guy that does this and that. And I'm like, all right, cool. Don't worry about it. Oh, I would have called you and told you to do it. I was like, well, the only reason why I'm saying anything is because that should be clear, not milky. She was like,
yeah.
Really? I'm like, yeah, it looks like milk. She goes, that's not going to change. I'm like, no. He's going to have to strip all that off and do that again. You got to be careful, man. I've the one thing that I do enjoy doing, but I don't do a lot of, and why I'm so in love with the Wizard of Wood, I do deck restoration and fence restoration. That to me is the most satisfying. Besides drive-throughs, I like doing drive-throughs as well because it's super satisfying to see a funky-ass piece of concrete come clean and a dingy-ass, dirty old deck. There's something cool about that. I don't know what it is, but it's super satisfying. Super satisfying. I like that shit. Yeah.
I like that part on the pavers because a lot of people don't, they expect when you do the installation of the pavers, all that nothing is going to grow through it, and but unfortunately you got weeds, there's a lot of pollen.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Hey, what's up, Chris? There's a lot of stuff involved in doing a paver seal. I mean, you got to clean it, you got to, in most cases, and you got to resand it, and then there's a lot that goes into that. You got to know what you're doing, man. That's the main thing with everything. You got to do your research.
Yes, 90% of the times. Well, I'm going to say 100% of the times when you clean a a paver driveway or patio. Well, let's concentrate on the driveway because that's where heavier heavier vehicles go over it. You have to sand it. We're seeing a lot here in Florida of guys charging now 50, 80 cents a square foot. And it's just a wash and seal. They're not resanding the pavers. And customers, I'm not understanding that the sand is what holds everything together.
Yeah. Yep. What's up, Cam? Cosmic Cam, what's up, brother?
Paver is tough work, man.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Well, you know what? Unless you're pushing 10 gallons of water, rinsing those things is terrible, man.
Yes.
I sit there with 5.5 gallons, watching grass grow. And then you turn around, there's a big blob of sand behind you. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
Give me a bucket of soap and water. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's nice to be able to do things, pressure washing or do this or do that. Just to be diverse, and if you need the extra cash, you're able to make it. You know what I mean? That's nice. But I'm the kind of person, I really don't, I don't like to do things, when it comes to that, it's fucking such a pain in the ass to uncoil 4 fucking loops of fucking 50-foot fucking pressure washing hose and hook all that shit up. It's a pain in the ass, but...
And you always have that O-ring that leaks, and then you got one fitting that barely, you gotta squeeze it. Oh, God.
Yeah, it can be. It can suck, man. It's definitely you got to stay in your lane. I think with pressure washing, if you're a window cleaner, and do the things you know how to do.
Right.
I do house washing, I do concrete work, and I do decks, and that's it. It's the only things I do. Maybe a pool patio area, but I just do the stuff I've learned from experience of fucking other shit up.
Yeah.
To being all right, I know how to do this. This is what I'm going to do.
Right.
Well, I can only imagine, since that industry has grown in leaps and bounds over the last 10 years, that just like in window cleaning, Don probably has to deal with people fucking shit up that just didn't. They might have a nicest system in the world and might have the best mouth in the world to pick up those accounts. But I would imagine you're putting fires out fixing other people's train wrecks.
Well, the problem is people don't want to pay to fix those train wrecks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I tell the customer, I say, I give him a price, you know, let's say $1.50 a square foot. Oh, I got a guy, he's going to do it for 85 cents. Okay. Next, when he ruins whatever he's doing for you, keep in mind, you call me, now it's going to cost you $3. It's not going to cost you $1.50.
Right.
So now we got to fix, you know, and start over again.
We got a question, comments. Jason Lehman wants to know, how about insurance? What do you have to have, and who do you use for your pressure washing?
I have a local guy here in Central Florida, and I have a policy that covers, you know, the pressure washing and soft washing, not roof cleaning, because normally those I do them from the ground or from the edge of the roof. I don't do anything over 1 story. I'm not a high type of guy, so I try to keep my feet on the ground as much as possible.
So
are you all good, Tim? I can't fucking hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There you go.
And you sound good.
Technology, baby.
And you sound good. Now you sound normal. There was something not right before.
Now I got both the headphones. No. Well, it's this Bluetooth over here stopped working. I got it all went.
See, normally you sound great. Like the last time we did the show, you sounded awesome.
I got 2 phones, a computer, Bluetooth. Something's gonna mess up.
Did I interrupted? You were getting ready to say something, and did I just interrupt? What were you going to talk? What were you about to say?
Well, I was going to ask John, where does he see his business going in the next 10 years? Is he planning on bringing on more help, more equipment, keeping it where it is?
I want to keep it where it is. I already been there, done that with the employees and having, you know, multiple trucks and a lot of people and having freaking 20 Nextels and talking to from the contractor to the supervisor to the crews to everybody. So I'm on that stage that I'm trying to keep it, you know, low profile. I build my own rigs, so I make them as easy as possible for me to use. Keep it simple, stupid. And just, you know, I'm still doing my VA stuff. Once this COVID situation goes away, I'm gonna probably still concentrate on doing the remodeling for all the veterans.
Okay,
from the VA hospital.
Sweet, man. That's sweet, dude. I actually got a buddy that donates labor and half material costs for wheelchair ramps for veterans.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, trying to keep it, you know, the way it is. I feel comfortable. I like the solo operation. This way I don't have to deal with, this guy didn't show up, the other guy calling sick, and this other guy. I'm like, dude, I'm too old for that crap now.
Well, not only that, employees never treat your equipment the way John would.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit if that surface washer. I saw someone posted up a picture where a surface washer came off a trailer, and I mean, it had been run over multiple times. It was hardly even able to tell it was a surface washer, and employees, you know, they just look at it like, oops, you know, oops.
Yeah. Yeah, oops. Mm-hmm. It sucks, bro.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Well, this is.
Hey, I want to thank you guys about. So TJ and I were on here doing the store, and as we were on here, I missed a call from Ron. Well, Ron was on his way to the hospital.
Okay.
And so Ron got put in ICU. He had a blood clot in his intestine, keeping blood flow from going down into his lower intestine.
What?
He got put on it. And
Ron Musgrave?
No. The guy that trained me in window cleaning, Ron Hughes.
Ron Hughes, yeah.
But he's got a tube down his throat, so he's not eating, he's not doing anything like that. They're going to move him from ICU, and they're going to put him into a regular room, and he's probably going to be in the hospital for weeks.
Oh, man.
Waiting on
things
to go down.
Yeah, my dad's in the hospital now, man.
Right afterwards.
How's your dad,
buddy?
My dad's doing okay. He's got he went in there because he was really dehydrated and dizzy and shit, and since he's been in there, they found out that when he fell, he broke his ribs, so he's got 3 broken ribs. He's got a blood clot in his lung, and now he's got his heart is AFib, so he's got an irregular heartbeat, which they're not too concerned about it because it's, you know, it's really, they really can't tell, and they think that, you know, the blood clot in the lung could be causing his heart to go AFib, you know, just be a little irregular. So they're thinking that hopefully once that they dissolve that blood clot, he should be bounce back and be back to normal. But yeah, he's doing okay, man. I mean, he's been through quite a bit, man, and I'm super proud of him for making it through the chemo and the radiation. But you know, to see him crash like that after all of his treatments were over was pretty fucking scary. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest dudes I know. So it's a bummer, but hopefully he's gonna come back and be stronger than ever. It's probably, I mean, my dad has not ate solid food in over a month and a half. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oh, wow. So
he's been surviving on IV fluids and little sips of water and bone broth. And with the nausea from the cancer treatments, you know, it's hard for him to keep anything down. And what a lot of people may know or may not know, my dad is he's a truck driver. You know what I mean? He used to be in the Teamsters, but now he drives for a private company. And, you know, ODOT's nothing to be fucking around with. So, you know, he can't take... you know, he's been afraid to take THC to help himself eat, but now his doctor's gonna like, listen, I gotta, you know, I'm gonna try to, she's like, I want you to do this so you can keep food down so you can get your strength back. And he's like, I'm not doing shit because I'll lose my job. You know what I mean? And she's like, well,
oh, she's about to murder a bag of Doritos.
Yeah. So what they're going to do is she's going to reach out to Social Security and see if he can't get temporary Social Security for like 30 to 60 days. And, you know, she could prescribe him something so he can kind of, you know, get himself back on his feet if the nausea doesn't, you know, stop. But, you know, it's a bummer, man. It's a bummer, dude. It's a real bummer. You know, nobody can go see him except for me. You know what I mean? And he's been an asshole and won't let me go up there and see him. He's like, I don't want you getting COVID. So he's worried about me getting COVID. So, you know, I don't know, man. It's a bummer, dude. I went and seen him today. I walked in today and I was like, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm here to fucking visit you. Fuck that shit. You know, fuck that. I want to see you. I feel, you know, he's up there by himself, you know, and he's like, man, I'm fucking, you know, this, that, and the third. I'm like, I got to go see my dad, make it feel better. This fucking sucks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying, Tim?
The doctors are saying everything that Ron's going through is after effects of COVID. He was really sick for 2 weeks, so he obviously had COVID, and this is the after effect.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, your dad might be telling you to do something smart. Don't get that COVID shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's nasty shit.
Yeah, man, it's fucking rough out there right now.
Yeah,
it
man.
is, bro. It is. I mean, I went through it with my father too. He had cancer. He had, you know, his Parkinson's. They had so many medications they had given him, and he started, you know, going through the hallucination things. It started with little bugs coming out from the food, to seeing people coming into the house, guys laying next to my mom when there was nobody in the house. So it got really rough, and when they sent him to a hospital and all this COVID situation, I couldn't see him. I mean, I left my father, you know, well fed. When I saw him, he was all bones, bro.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah. So it was a tough situation.
My dad's a big guy. He's 6 foot tall, like 385 fucking pounds. He's a big dude, and to see he dropped 90 pounds in fucking 2 months, you know what I mean? Which is great. Yeah. He's not a diabetic anymore, but to see him just, you know.
Well, we all grow up looking up to our father, no matter what his stature is, as the big, strong leader. Yeah. And then, like, one day, I was working. My father used to show up at this movie theater I cleaned every Thursday, and I pulled up, and he was parked there waiting for me, and all of a sudden I got out of my truck, and I was almost frightened because I'm like, this man that I looked up to my entire life, through the good and the bad, looked like a frail old man that the wind could blow him over, and then life just smacks you in the fucking face. You say, where did time go? What the fuck happened here?
Right.
Right. It's terrible.
It's
scary to watch that happen.
Yeah, it's a very sobering experience. I gotta tell you, it really is. Like with my grandfather, which I was really, really close to watch him after my grandmother passed away, to kind of just shut down. You know what I mean? We were watching his last days, and to see that. Because we took care of him. Jennifer and I took care of him. Mostly Jennifer. Jennifer is an angel. But, just to see him hurt and miss her, and, and him just kind of shutting down his faculties, just kind of shutting down. It's a sobering experience. And the same thing to see my father, who's such a strong dude, like world's greatest bar fighter. And I'm not just saying that. My dad has got some he'll give you a 3-piece and a biscuit quicker than shit. Yeah, he's got all the hands, and I'm not just saying that. Come to Sandusky and ask around. He's got all the hands. To see him in that shape, you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, man. And he's like joking now. He's like, I can't go nowhere without you or Mike, his buddy Mike. I'm like, why? He goes, because motherfuckers going to be trying to fight me all the fucking time now. I'm all skinny and frail and shit.
That was just the same thing with my dad. My dad used to be a weightlifter. This freaking guy his arm was the size of my thigh. Okay, and he used to pick motherfuckers up and just slamming it against the wall. Boom, boom. Freaking 3-4 guys on one fight with him by himself. And then, as years go by, you don't see that anymore, And it kind of stresses you out. Yeah, salute.
Craig's doing a shot for fucking dads, so I'm going to do a shot.
For the dads. There you go.
I mean, I got your bourbon at the shop. I feel like I should take some.
Oh, yeah, I did leave you some bourbon, didn't I?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Now, I hear stories all the time. My soon-to-be wife's an ICU nurse. And just with, like, the past year, like, the stories she'll tell me of, like, they don't let anybody in Massachusetts. Like, if your dad's dying, like, you can't come in.
Well, I'm the only dude I'm the only person that... Go ahead.
Ron's wife hasn't seen him since Sunday, and the only way she gets to see him is if he has surgery. Like, she's not allowed in it.
It's nuts, man. The last people you see are these ICU nurses or your doctors. I mean, she's telling me the other day some guy was passing away, telling her his whole life, and she played Frank Sinatra for him in the room right before he passed. And, like, it's rough out there for a lot of people, man.
Well, they're allowing,
especially for people like your soon-to-be wife, it must be rough on them because they're getting all I can't imagine. Stories and all that. And
she'll come home sometimes and not want to talk for a couple hours till the next day, just because that could be your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, dying by themselves. It's not.
It sucks, bro.
It's tough, man.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the call at 3:00 in the morning that my dad had passed away, and I was already all the way up here because in Central Florida because he was in West Palm, So I had to leave at that time and go help my mom with all the situations,
They're
it's rough, bro.
They allow one, like an emotional support person, one, and
Yes, one person.
Yeah,
at a time.
my dad's no, just one person. Period. They won't let They won't let anyone else. You can pick one person to come in. So,
okay.
I luckily my dad chose me. Pikachu, I choose you. It's because I'm the best son. If my sister was watching right now, she'd be like, "Fuck you, bro." my fucking brother Steven, he's fucking trying to horn in on me and my brother have different dads. He's trying to steal my dad from me, that little motherfucker. Little prick. He's already mom's favorite. Now he's trying to take my fucking dad. I'm like, dude, that's not cool. You can't do that. I got one person that thinks I'm cool, and you're gonna try to take that from me too, man. Whatever, Steven, fucking douche. I love my brother. He's such a sweet kid. If you guys ever met my brother, you'd be like, man, I can't believe you guys are related. Your brother is such a nice person. My brother's a sweetheart, dude. He's a sweet kid.
Younger or older?
Younger than me.
Younger?
Yeah. He's the baby.
Oh, okay, that's why.
So,
yeah.
I don't know why, because I used to bare ass fart on his face while he was sleeping.
I love that.
He'd be asleep.
I feel bad, man. I own a business with my little brother. I have a part, but the things I did to him as a child.
Yeah.
I don't know how you decide to run a business with me.
Dude, I used to pull my pants down.
Remember, bro.
Yeah, I used to pull my pants down and put my ass right on his face and fart, man. He actually pushed me in my butthole one time. And then he cried because he touched my butthole. That shit was fucking hilarious. My brother touched my butthole once.
I remember one time, I must have been 12 and my brother was 10 and a half. And my mom told me, like, you're watching him today. We had bunk beds.
Oh, shit.
I tied him, I left him there for the day. I tied him to the bunk bed so I could, like, go do stuff. And I forgot that I left him in the house. And, like, 7 hours later, my mom came home and he was, like, dehydrated.
Oh, dude,
I was in
Seth.
trouble for, like, months.
Seth, that's so bad, bro.
It was so bad, yeah.
You're not funny for 20 minutes, but hours?
Hours. I was friends. I'm 12. There's a 12-year-old in charge of anybody.
Dude, honestly, that's not bad. That's not shit, man. My cousins were fucking absolutely the most evil bastards on the face of the earth. They were so bad, man. I'm talking like zipped up in sleeping bags and beat, thrown downstairs, the test dummy and every fucking like stupid plan. Like, it was bad, dude. It was real bad, man. Super bad. Super bad. Big brothers and older cousins, those are the worst, man. The worst.
We know it.
The worst.
I must have hit I must have hit like gold because I'm like the baby in one family, the oldest in the other family. So I'm the first grandkid, so I was the favorite. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like,
you lucked out. Yeah, you lucked out.
Oldest kid. So like, I picked on everybody. Nobody fucked with me.
all that happened to me was I got fucked with my whole life. I have 25 cousins on my mom's side, and me and my brother are the youngest. So it was just like, I remember my two older cousins, they were twins. My mom coming around the corner, they had me by the ankles and they were dipping my head in the pool. See how large I was 5. I was 5 years old. They were probably 9. Just
that's
like
good.
I was an only child, so I fuck with the cat.
My mom's 15 years older than me. She's 61 years old, and she's about to have her 39th grandkid.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Bro.
She can't buy. That's just bullshit. You guys need to quit fucking, man. Quit fucking, dude. Stop it, dude. That's not fair to your mom. How could she buy all those grandkids gifts?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, bro. That's a lot of money.
We had 43 of us at my mom's house this Christmas, and they gave out like cash, dude. And my mom loves Christmas. Yeah, they give out cash and shit.
That's so cool.
Wow.
That's a big family. That's a big family.
Yeah, well, dude, I got 6 grandkids. It's no joke. I'm starting to feel it. 7 kids, 6 grandkids. It's not
you guys trying to make your own town in Ohio of just your family?
I am.
Buy a parcel of land?
So fucking crazy. 39 grandkids, man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
My daughter will have one in March, and that'll be my 6th. So.
Unbelievable, man. Hey, what's up, David Kazdusha? Old fart spray himself is watching the podcast tonight. That's great, man. Be nice to get him on the show. He always finds a way to weasel out.
Yeah.
Kaz?
Yeah, I've been wanting to get on him. Like Craig. I've been wanting to get Craig on forever. Eddie, I've been wanting to get on forever. David, I actually wanted Todd Ford to get on, but I think Todd Ford doesn't like me anymore. I think he's got me blocked on Facebook. But that Todd Ford is like one of my most favorite people ever. You guys know who Todd Ford is?
No.
He's the window cleaner that boxes and shit, high-rise guy. He works for Squeegee Squad. or owns a Squeegee Squad. Yes, dude, Craig, I think we'll have a super awesome time, man. Yeah, dude, and that's the thing, Craig. You come on once, get it all figured out, we'll have you on again. We love having people on over again. Because then, we've had Jersey on multiple times, Luke on multiple times, Steve-O on multiple times. And you get a little more each time. There's something new to talk about. People are more comfortable when they come on. You know what I mean? It's fucking fun, man. This is what this is about. It's having fun. Guys will listen to shit over and over again, or the same dude over and over again, because they like you. You know what I mean? It's interesting. I mean, fuck, look how long we've been doing this. What's that?
What are you getting us into?
I'm not getting.
What are you getting us into?
I'm not getting us into anything.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. I like
it. What's an extravaganza? What are we doing here?
Craig, what is an extravaganza? I mean...
Do we have to wear things?
I mean, as long as your audio quality is good, Craig, I mean, we can do an extravaganza. Well, David, I really like Todd. I've never asked him. I was always afraid to ask him. I was like, because one day I might run into Todd and he might break my fucking nose or something because I asked him to come on the podcast. Yeah, Craig, I'm really, really, really interested in having Craig on the show because Craig is an interesting dude, man. He's definitely an interesting fellow. I dig his vibe. So that's going to be an awesome show. The Gucci things is just over the top. That's what endeared me to him in the first place, was the Gucci shoes. I was like, this dude's like got a pair of Gucci shoes just to clown this fucking guy. This is great. I mean, that's dick swinging there. Thanks, David.
Yeah. And there's going to be a fucking Bob Bouquet making fun of the Gucci shoes. Come on.
That dude disappeared.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Joe.
Well, I don't think he was doing. I don't think he was doing too good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't think he was like doing things on the up and up, and it might have caught up with him. Just doing things not the right way. Only 18 more subscribers till Jason Lehman wins the Black Diamond Rubber. Am I that close? Am I that close?
Invite some people.
Am I that close?
Oh, we're just paying it now.
I haven't.
982.
What am I?
982.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't even looked in a couple of days.
Dude, I posted that in like I don't know how many groups.
18, man.
Dude, 183, man. 983. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Man, 1,000 subscribers. That'd be so nice to be able to monetize these podcasts. Yeah.
So you start monetizing at 1,000 people?
Yeah.
You got your AdSense done, or does it let you do it yet?
I mean, there'll be a bunch of videos. Like a lot of my videos, like my reviews and my vlogs and shit, will not be able to be monetized because I use copywritten material in them. But these podcasts, that's going to be legit. I'll be able to do that with these for sure. Yeah. So, I'll make maybe $2 or $3 a month doing this, as long as I'm getting something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Something.
Right.
I mean, the only support we get with this show is the Patreon. That's it. That's the only support this channel gets, man. So I appreciate that fucking shit. Jason Lehman's watching for me. Jason Lehman was my first Patreon member, and he bought the $20.
Jason, if this thing's rigged, I'm winning the thing, not you. Jeez.
Oh yeah, Jacob. Trust me. I'm well over the requirements on watch hours, dude. Well over. It's
only four. I mean,
it's only, and it's just the podcast is what's giving me the hours. What's up, Sean Webb? How's it going in Florida, Sean? I know Sean's in Florida.
We'll be sharing this more, so you can get those 1,000 subscribers for sure. We'll help you with that.
That conversation's going on more and more right now. Cold as it is right now. Jeez.
Dude, it's still cold. It was 52 degrees this morning when I walked out. That's cold to me. What about you, John? How cold is it?
We were like 39, 38.
Yeah.
We didn't get. I think we got up to 26 today. I think Saturday, Sunday's highs are going to be 16 degrees.
What, here?
Yeah, you guys have a cold front running through.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. I hate that, but I mean, we're almost at that point where it's about to break too, you know, because we're getting close to March. We usually get a nice weekend or something like that with 70 degrees. I'm ready for that shit.
I think in years, this is the coldest we've been up to this point.
Well, I wouldn't say that, John, but I would say it's the longest cold stretch we've had.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
because usually we can be in the 40s, 50s, and then in 5 days it's gone. This isn't going away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it getting up to? Like 60?
When I got in my truck on the way home, it was 55, which is nice.
Man, if it was 55 here, I'd be out with a t-shirt, fucking banging it, bro, banging it out, boy, banging it out.
Actually, I'm supposed to be in Florida in like 3 weeks.
What?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing in Florida? You going down there to blow Mark?
Yeah.
Well, no, she's got a week off of vacation that she took like 6 months ago. So it's either St. Pete,
Eddie,
or Fort Myers. We're just kind of waiting on the weather to pick where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going down in 2 weeks for my anniversary.
Nice, man.
2 weeks from today.
Well, the further south you go, the warmer it's going to be. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
The further south you go, the warmer. Yeah.
No, most definitely.
I'd shoot for the Keys.
I think me and Jennifer are going to come down to Florida this summer and get married on the beach down there somewhere.
There you go.
I think Mark's going to, I'm going to have Mark be my best man. Huh?
Hell yeah.
They have elopement programs down there where they set you up with a justice of the peace. I looked into it. It's pretty cheap. Get married on the beach, have someone marry
What's up, Philip Alexander?
What's up, Philip?
I'll come marry you in Florida.
Are you an ordained minister?
Yeah, I just did
that online class.
Oh, shit. I'll have Tim marry us. Mark will be my best man. Seth will be the flower girl. John Saco will be security, the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
It'll be fucking gangster, man.
You know it.
Yeah, I've done 6 weddings.
I agree, Jason. 50 degrees is t-shirt weather. And Jason Lehman is fucking, he's a woolly mammoth. You know what I mean? That's a big feller, man.
When you get a little thick around the waist, 50 degrees feels kind of
nice. They found out, you remember Jason was saying that his van got hit. They're totaling his fucking poor van out, man.
Really?
Yeah,
for that?
Yeah.
Didn't look total.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm assuming there must be some kind of structural issue.
Well, it's probably unibody.
Yeah.
So once you
it's probably
damage
fucked.
the floor on a unibody.
Yeah. And he got hit in the door, so it's probably got fucking the floor all fucked up. And he says they can't find a replacement because they don't make the diesel anymore. So that sucks, man.
What did Jason have?
One of those Dodge vans.
1500?
Yeah, he had one of the big ones with a diesel in it. I'll come down to Florida for one thing, restoration. Yeah, well, you're going to pay for it, motherfucker. Out your ass.
He's coming down for the think tank.
Yeah.
Honestly, doing a little Squeegee life retreat down the Keys.
Hey, listen to this.
Sounds nice next year.
Hey, bro, listen to this. Philip Alexander will come take the pictures for me. I'm down for that. It'll be awesome.
You can get him from such a low angle. It'll be nice.
Eddie's
You're gonna have to be holding some poles.
Eddie's.
Yeah, well, I don't know about pictures, Phil, but I'm even better at filming something.
Yeah.
Phil, when you film something,
It's really bad.
It looks like Michael.
I think he could probably. He said he's done 20 weddings. So.
Anybody Lord of the Rings fans here?
No.
He looks like when Bilbo gets.
Oh yeah, he does. If he had that long hair, dude. Eddie Stewart said, "Get married at a nudist colony. That way, it's easy to see I'm the best man." Hey, Eddie, you could be my best man as long as you put a squeegee in between your ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Sideways.
I actually had a guy from Florida just hit me up. He lives near Mark. I think maybe 20, 30 miles away from Mark. He's like wanting to get into window cleaning. And he found me on YouTube. And at first I thought somebody was trolling me, like, oh, somebody's seeing if I'm a helpful guy or not, you know what I mean? And he started talking to me and shit. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
What's his name?
Here, I'll look. Let me look real quick. But you guys can continue talking if you guys got anything to say. Let me see. Robert Monaco. Monaco Robert, it says, but I think it's Robert Monaco. He says he's wanting to get into window cleaning and shit. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
I have to go.
I had a couple guys approach me. I took one out for a day, let him come hang out and see how I do things, and he seems to be doing real well. So, not a problem. Yeah. So that's cool.
Actually, guys, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, and Craig keeps talking about fucking extravaganzas and shit, this is episode 180 right here. So we are 20 episodes away from episode 200. Should we bring back the Wheel of Prizes? Should we bring back the Wheel of Prizes?
I think that was fun. Yeah.
Where does that put us in like what's that, like May? April?
I don't know. We'll have to calculate after the show.
You guys do math right now?
I just tried to do math real quick.
Let's not do math. Let's not do math live on the show. Then it makes us look dumber than we already are.
20 weeks, right?
Listen, Eddie. Listen, Eddie. I want to tell you, you are super important. Like, I got a knot in my stomach when I seen that. Peter Artusa asked me for February 10th, like 2 months ago. You know what I mean? And when I seen it, I'm like, oh. So, dude, I was super scared. Eddie, you're the 17th, and it is very important to us. I want you to know how important it is that you're coming on. Am I right? Mark,
absolutely.
I want everybody that's watching right now to let Eddie know how fucking important it is that you're coming on, that he's coming on the show. People need to know.
Yep. Eddie doesn't understand that behind the scenes there's been discussion for a while. So just remember, Eddie, squeaky wheel gets a greasing, and you're invited.
Yeah.
I mean, last week you guys were talking about it, and everybody wanted it to come in.
Yeah, I mean, you go back and look at, even if you look at these comments, go back and look at the live comments. When we brought up you were coming on, there's people, everybody was like,
Dude, everybody, I feel like we're shitting on John Saco over here. Like, we're really pumped that you came.
Yeah. I mean, we like you too, John Saco. Don't get me wrong.
And people are pumped.
But there is
views when you posted that too.
There is no dude in the window cleaning industry, I think, that trolls more exquisitely than Eddie Stewart. And he is very, very, very popular. Whether he wants to believe it or not.
Everybody's wanted Eddie on for...
I've gotten a shitload of messages like, dude, how did you get Eddie to come on? I'm like, I don't know, but it's going to be fucking awesome. It's gonna be fun. I'll say it again. That fucking video he posted of cleaning the frames, they were all dirty and shit, and he fucking spray painted them white, was the most epic fucking troll video I've ever seen in my life. That I added that video to the shit I see on pro window cleaning. It was a masterstroke. He goes, this is how you get window frames clean. Shook up a can of spray paint and painted over the grass, the dirt, everything. Got it all over the window. It was fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
It was pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, he's the best, man. Him and Mark Darnell. Cool. People are like, why don't you get Mark Darnell on the show? Well, Mark Darnell has been on the show. If you were an avid watcher, you'd know that.
Yeah, but
Mark's been on twice.
Yeah, he's hard to pin down. And you never know what you're going to get with him. I mean,
because he does everything like this.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
And he's like the
how's it going?
Person ever that's ever come on a podcast.
He's like,
I love it.
I'm sorry, I just did dabs before I did this.
Yeah.
Dude, when he did that video of him running outside naked yelling kids to his kids out in the yard, I watched that video maybe like 40 times.
Yeah.
And laughed every time.
I laughed every time.
My favorite one is him butt naked, side view, running in place in the hallway that he sent me.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicken and Peas was really good. Really good. That's probably one of the best videos I've ever seen on the internet.
Yeah. Well, and also don't forget the one I sent you that never got shared.
Oh, yeah.
Where he went out in the snow.
Didn't he shit? He took a shit, didn't he?
took a shit in the backyard in the snow, naked.
Wow.
He did a video on how to pee at a customer's house, and he just walked into a tree with his dick out and just peed. I laughed pretty hard at that too.
Dude, he's fucking hilarious, man. But Eddie does some good ones too. The cleaning a window on a stepladder with the squeegee in between his ass cheek while he's wetting the window. That was probably the best fucking. That's another really good one, dude.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's a good one.
That is good shit.
Yep.
Fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
Man, go ahead, Mark.
Well, it looks the good thing is it looks like the podcast is evolving into something that more people are gonna want to come on to. I think there's a little, look, we haven't had an explosive moment where we were bashing a vendor or a tool manufacturer in enough time where people can actually sit and enjoy this and go, that would be fun to go shoot the shit, because that's what it is, John. You know that we're just gonna shoot the shit. Eddie said to me, well, I don't know, I've never really been. I go, dude, we're gonna shoot the shit. The only thing we're gonna go over prior is anything you don't want to talk to us about or bring up, we won't do it. And other than that, we don't script anything. It goes where it goes. Some are funny.
We're just chatting, we're just chatting, man. We're just the fellas.
It's awesome, bro.
Dude, sometimes you have the sheriff on and he's just like ruling the internet.
It's honestly, it's just 3, 4, 5 guys on the glass working, shooting the shit. That's what this is. That's all this is. Yeah. Will we ask technical questions? Yes, we will. Will we give you business advice? Yes, we will. Are we going to try to sell you on a mentorship? Probably not. We don't have any piano teeth. But I'll sell you a sweet-ass Squeegee Life t-shirt or an Outlaw Window Cleaner t-shirt. You know what I mean? We'll sell you some swag, some tools probably down the road, you know what I mean? But it's just guys shooting the shit on the glass. That's all this is, you know what I mean? And will we donate to a charity? Fuck yeah. We'll do whatever we need to. Whatever we can do. But essentially, this is just a show for guys to let their hair down, relax, chat with dudes, and hear stories about things that they do every day. You know what I mean?
I love when you go off on people.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's, a lot of people like that. A lot of people like that.
Me and Mark just Mark gets really red, and I start giggling, and then he starts giggling, and then TJ just goes.
Yeah.
At whatever he's pointing at.
Well, I've been trying to be good, because I would like...
Don't change. That's awesome.
I've been trying to be good, so more people will watch the show. That's, you know what I mean? Because it's like, man, nobody wants to hear TJ fucking talk about fucking, guys with piano teeth. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to hear that shit?
I peed my pants once. My sink didn't work. I don't know.
No, bro. We never had a relationship. It was just a thing when I came as a board of directors. He called me a couple of times and was telling me his stories about, the training he was doing, which I told him many times I didn't agree with it, because especially you can't, tell somebody you're going to coach him how to run a business and then 30 days later you shut him down,
Yeah.
And that's what it got me to your show, guys, because one time somebody sent me a text saying, what's his name? Piano Teeth is about to trash you all over the place at the Squeegee Life. I'm like, okay, let me see this. But I knew that you guys were in the right place, because the comments you guys made before he came on pretty much told me that you guys are solid.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, if somebody comes on and we see through bullshit, and we know who dudes are. We've been through rounds with Joe before. You know what I mean? We went through rounds with Joe before. You know what I mean? So I kind of knew what was happening before it even fucking happened. You know what I mean? I knew what was up. I know how the dude is. Eddie wants to know who's the chick on the bottom right. She's cute.
Is that me?
I don't know. Maybe.
On the right.
Yeah.
You look like you're on the bottom right.
Yeah, you are the bottom right, yeah. And his name...
See, Eddie wouldn't like me. I got tattoos.
His name is Tim. His name is Tim, and he does have tattoos, though, Eddie.
Yeah, I got
tattoos too, Eddie. No, Mark doesn't. Mark's not a piece of shit, but the rest of us are.
Let me finish. I think that PhD dude might be an interesting guest if he came on.
Who, James Goad?
Yeah. The PhD guy. He's got a lot of energy. That dude. And,
it would be interesting.
It'd be nice to get one of these guys on. Because he's only like in the business 6 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's here. Let us hear his story, but would actually listen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the story that you probably will hear is all the followers he's getting.
Yeah.
He's trying to market through TikTok's what he's doing. You know what I mean? We don't know how to do that.
Well, I can tell you this from experience. It's going to go one of two ways. We're going to love him and it's going to be fun, or it's going to go horrifically down the rabbit hole. And at that point, that's fine too. It's up to him. He would want to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the pressure washers are getting into the TikTok, train. There's a couple of guys that are doing videos, and they're over 1 million followers. So they're doing it for monetization, just like everybody else is.
Right. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
nothing wrong.
It's another thing to market yourself to people with no experience and try to profit of it. That's scumbaggy. That's not cool,
Oh,
like that one fucking fucktard. What's his name? Fuck. I don't know.
Your buddy Eder? John Eder?
Yeah, John Eder, that fucking guy. Oh my god. You're just some fresh ass dude trying to sell advice to people and shit. It's just not cool.
Oh, was that the fucking...
That dude that was on the...
When I got off
yeah,
the podcast,
it was that guy.
Yeah, bro.
He sent me a message. He wanted some barbecue rub, and I was...
I'm good. See you guys.
He wanted some barbecue rub, and I just won't give it to him. He's not worthy of the Mark Tanner rub. It's not. He'll probably try to sell it and say he's a barbecue master.
Jamie actually kicked him out the podcast that day.
Well, John, I don't know about everybody in the pressure washing business, but it's probably safe to say you're going to agree with this next statement is most window cleaners, and even the older ones, are legends in their own mind. I mean, I had a guy come to me. One of my employees worked for this guy early on, and when he saw him, he goes, "Look, I'm going inside because this fucking guy's clown shoes." And that's TJ's thing, clown shoes. But he said, he's a fucking clown. And I go, he's coming over here just to shoot the shit and say hello. And then the guy sits there and tells me these stories of what he's had, what he's built, and I'm like, here it is, another legend in his own mind. Now, 80% of what he's saying is 75% bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I just listen to him, hear what he's got to say. Have a nice day. You accomplished a lot. Good for you. Get away from me, Yeah. Yeah, if we do the wheel of prizes, we'll definitely have barbecue rub on there.
We'll have to get some prizes together. We got to get some prize packages together.
Put up Squeegee Life towels.
Yeah. I wonder if you could ever get a picture of those ever.
He took a picture, and it's okay.
It's inside out, right? Right.
I want some Squeegee Life towels.
I'm just gonna have to how much are they? I'll send you $10 on PayPal tonight, so you just send me one, and I'll just fucking take a picture of it my fucking self, so we can sell them.
Yeah, Mark said he was sending you some.
Hey, Tim, can you put those towels up for sale for me on there? Or no?
Absolutely, you want me to do it?
And then I can and then I can fucking and then Mark can fulfill the orders.
Mark, you want to send me a picture of it? Yeah, and I can send you. Mark, I can send you. I mean, you want me to check it and just have Mark send it? You want me to send the info to Mark, or Mark's just gonna have to go on there?
What do you mean? What?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Either way, we got to sell those.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
They gotta go.
I got 10,000 of them stashed in my house.
Yeah, they gotta go. So they gotta go. I need to get them up somewhere. But apparently Mark doesn't want to sell them. I can't get a picture from his wife, of a decent picture of him. So and I can't get a decent picture of a towel. So
Well, like Mark Darnell, I don't keep my clothes on long enough to take a picture.
I'm so sexy. I had Squeegee Life towels and a silencer for you, Tim. Listen.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you, Jacob. I'm looking for I've got two actually Squeegee Life towels.
Yeah. So actually, Jacob.
TJ's truck.
Yeah.
And then my silencer prototype, actually, Ron has it. So, because I couldn't get him a good gunslinger, so I had to give it to Ron.
Hey, listen, Jacob. Tim actually, Tim had Squeegee Life towels before they were being sold. So you just got fucking burned, bro. Wicked burn. John Camaro wants to know if you could send him towels. Mark, yeah. All you gotta do is pay for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll be up on the. Hey, we'll have them up on this right here, Jay. Jay, why don't you buy here?
Squeegee Life / right there in the middle there. Right there in the middle. Squeegee-life.myshopify.com. That's where they'll be. And then eventually you'll be able to go to www.squeegeelife.com and everything will be available to you. The whole world will open up to you then.
Yeah, instead of 100 towels a day, you'll just use 25. So, I mean, less laundry, man. Less laundry.
I use those two every day, all day. That's my cleanups. I use them as cleanups.
Listen, I think the barbecue rub. I'm going to do some research, and I think Mark should sell that too. I just think we need to do some research on how to sell that shit. If we got to get a label made, because everyone I've ever sent that shit's like, dude, can I get more of that? I'm like, I am not,
Yeah, we'll put it up there as long as
I'm not putting Mark on the hook for nothing. That's my buddy.
Well, no, because you have to be careful with that's like FDA.
Yes, because you eat it.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
You have to be careful with that.
Yeah, but we could probably make some kind of deal where you buy 3 towels for a little bit more money. You get a free bottle of this seasoning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm selling you towels, and it's like
call it towels.
Essentially, squeegeelife.com. You're gonna be able to. Yeah, if you're like somebody like Mark that makes window cleaning tools or has a product that he wants to buy, we'll sell it for you. You know what I mean?
Dude, the funniest thing, when I came to see you and I brought all that rub because we were doing your barbecue, and I had it in I didn't check luggage. It went in, it went in my carry-on. So it got to TSA. Of course, that shit threw up a red flag. And this guy opens up this giant bottle of barbecue rub, and I'm kind of watching him, and he puts it on some litmus paper, right? And he goes, "Exactly what is this?" I go, "It's a barbecue rub." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he's testing it, making sure it's not explosive or whatever. And then, because I'm an asshole, I go, "By the way, it tastes better on meat than on paper," right? He's like, "You know what? Get out of here."
Jacob Williams, just so you know, at the height of the podcast, when there was fucking 36 people watching, I told everybody that Jacob Williams was the first person to buy something from the store.
I was number 4, Jay. Number 4.
Jacob.
Jacob, what do you need? Affirmation over here, dude?
I can't wait to meet him because he's getting a fucking hug.
Win, bro.
He's getting a hug. Whether he wants it or not, he's getting a hug.
He's getting this from me.
Yeah. A tickle? Yeah, a tickle.
Yeah, just like that little chin.
So I guess it's all going down. We're going to it's going to be a super huge gangbang on Jacob at the 2020 huge convention. Yeah. Or 2021, I should say. Is everyone going to that?
It's in August, right?
I think so.
Which convention is that?
The huge convention.
Yeah.
Mark, are you going to that?
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
I think I'm going to go if Mark goes.
Atlanta again,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I might even take. I'm thinking about. This might sound crazy, but I'm thinking about riding a train.
There you go.
I've always wanted to do a train ride, and I was like, man, that would be. I'm not getting on no fucking plane, bro. The only way I'm getting on a plane is if some 2012 shit goes down. Like the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like the earth starts cracking up. We got to get on a big boat. We need to save our lives.
You're John Madden. John Madden was historically known for only taking trains.
No, actually, he was historically known for driving around in a motorhome. Fuckhole. But he started out on trains, but he was notorious for the Madden bus.
When is
in August.
And do they know where?
In Atlanta. Again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like the easiest city to fly into.
Same place, everything.
Okay.
So, okay.
I wish I could do IWCA. Next year I'm going to be able to because I'm doing this. I'm doing the Seth Byers. I'm doing as many houses as I can for 9 months, and I ain't doing shit all winter. Fuck it.
Dude, live the life, bro.
Yeah.
Live the
Those
life.
jobs, I'm like, nah, I really don't want to do that. You know, and I bid them super
dude,
high so I don't get them. I'm doing them all. Doing them all.
Dude, I'm a squirrel, brother.
Yep.
I just stack them nuts.
Yep. Well, I had all my eggs, not all of them, but 3/4 of my eggs were in the commercial basket, and it bit me in the ass. You know what I mean? And I'm just a little more savvy than I was before. I did a lot of residential work, and I do a lot of residential work, but I really fucking chase the commercial work. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna curtail that. I'm gonna switch my gears. I'm not done doing commercial, but I'm gonna switch my gears and look for different accounts instead of restaurants. I'm gonna focus on storefronts. You know, so
I still do the same 7 commercial I've always done. That's I just won't expand it. I don't want any more. Yeah. I don't even want the responsibility of the 7 because I mean, you know what I just don't want to do it. It takes up too much time during season and stuff. So I don't
It's tough. I think it all depends on your area and what you like to do though too. You know, I mean, if you like doing commercial work, like you should do commercial.
I get tons of referrals, Jay. See, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, you try to
I try to be nice, and you just find a way to be a fucking cunt. But
I'll tell you a residential story that is why I don't fuck with too much residential. Mm-hmm. I did glass restoration in a $12 million estate on the ocean. Mm-hmm. And when I left, the maids were cleaning the windows, right? Mm-hmm. The housekeepers. So I said, I'm gonna roll the dice here. I hand the woman a card. I said, listen, no offense to you, but I've cleaned all these windows. She's like, oh my God, I watched the way you clean them compared to what we have to do. And I go, just give the homeowner my card. Homeowner calls me, $12 million house, right? Did I mention that? She says to me, look, we didn't really budget for window cleaning. We're only there part-time. What can you do? I said, okay, I'm going to give you a program, and you pick and choose what you want, okay? The more we come, the less it's going to be for cleaning. It ended up being twice a month on the ocean side, once a month the rest of the house for around $1,300 every month, right? So to me, that's just as good as a commercial job that pays me, again, every month, right? 4 months I'm doing it, and 2 months in, I realized that her credit card wasn't going through. Not because there was no money, because when she filled out the form, a 7 was mistaken for a 1 the way it was written. Easy shit. So an email goes to her and explains to her that, by the way, you need to fill this out again because there's something wrong, it won't process. Mm-hmm. Long story short, she gets it all straightened out. My wife tells her, we're going to charge you for 2 months this month. Next, and then you got another cleaning coming up next week, which will complete the next month, and then we'll charge you for 2 months the following mm-hmm. month. Now, see, my house lives on a budget, so I can't get slammed with $2,000 in 1 month, mm-hmm. even though I didn't pay you the $1,000 last month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we broke up the payment. As soon as the second charge went through, and we were current, basically, mm-hmm. other than what we were currently doing, I got an email. I could read it to you. This doesn't reflect your company or your services. We are so ecstatic with it, but we're trying to keep the amount of vendors that visit the house down. We have hired house management, and he will be maintaining and taking care of the east side of the house, which is the beach side. Now, that takes all the profit out of the job because the price was reduced in order to get all those services, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, she said, but we'll use you from time to time for the entire place, for all the high stuff. So I responded, first thing I said was, if this decision was made and you end up thinking it was the wrong one for you, don't hesitate to call back. We'd be happy to come back and work for you. I said, but you need to keep in mind your price that you originally got was 30% higher mm-hmm. due to the fact that we weren't bundling all these services and coming on a schedule twice a month. Mm-hmm. So if it's on call, you know, basically the house went from $675 for the outside to like $850, something like that, right? And she goes, no problem at all. I understand your point. Okay. 2 days later, I get a call from the housekeeper. Can you come this Saturday, right? To do just the ocean side. I said, no. I said, you know not what's going on? She's like, what are you talking about? I screenshot the email, texted over to her. She's like, oh my God. Well, she just asked me. I go, is this for you? Are you telling me you want it done because she's coming into town? or did she ask for the cleaning? He goes, no, I don't understand why you would have got that email because she asked for the cleaning. I go, well, you need to approve it through the missus. She approves it through the missus. I get there, and there's a handyman there. That's what I noticed. This guy was watching me the last time, okay? And I know he's a handyman because he was cutting some shit out in the garage with a jigsaw. Mm-hmm. And he must be house management appointed. Well, when I finished the job, the housekeeper came to me and goes, I found out what's happened. She hired him because he works for this much per hour. What she didn't realize is it took him 7 hours to clean the windows on the ocean side, and they didn't look as good as when you come. But the husband noticed that you only spend an hour and a half here for a couple $100. And I go, well, you get what you pay for. So I still haven't got it approved back up yet, but I'm hoping it does, because that replaces a lot of my little COVID losses on the route. But that's what I hate about residential. It's so fucking temperamental.
Yeah.
One person notices something, and I know this all goes back to all of a sudden they got walloped with a $2,000 charge for window cleaning. You understand what I'm saying? $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month is expected, but when you get 2 months, $2,000 plus, you're like, whoa, what the fuck happened here? I already, and you already enjoyed that service 8 fucking weeks ago.
Right.
The windows are filthy fucking 3 days later, and that if I had to rely on that for my living, I think I would be totally frustrated all the time.
Well, John, was the podcast everything you thought it was going to be?
More, bro.
Are you gonna?
It's fun hanging out with you guys.
Are you gonna come and hang out with us again?
Of course.
Awesome.
Of course.
So, in a couple of weeks, very very soon, I think is something with pressure washing motivation. And are you going to be there?
The PWMCA, the event?
Yeah.
Yes.
So where is that at? Can you plug that for us one more time so people know?
Yeah, in Myrtle Beach. It's going to be the 9th and the 10th. Is going to be paying class, and the free event with all the vendors is going to be on the 11th and 12th.
Nice.
Yes.
That is
and we're going to have, after the event and the classes, we're going to have a get-together by the bar.
Give it to me harder,
We're going to take all the safety precautions that the hotel wants us to take. So everybody's going to be wearing masks, keep the distance and all that, so we can keep everybody protected.
Awesome, man. Kick ass, guys. Well,
John, please come back.
Yes, please come back, John.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Come back,
guy.
guy.
I will.
Everyone that's watching, give this video a like. Please subscribe, because at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have somebody randomly pick a fucking winner of gross of Black Diamond Squeegee rubber, courtesy of windowcleaner.com, man. So subscribe, man, because at 1,000, giving some stuff away. And here in 20 episodes will be episode 200, and we just decided that after the show we're going to talk a little bit, and we're going to figure out when that's going down, and we're going to have we're going to bring back the Wheel O prizes, man. The Wheel O prizes will be back, man. Should be pretty rad mobile, guys. Should be pretty rad mobile, man. So we thank you again for coming on. Dude, John, you're the man. I love you, dude. I'm so glad that we became friends.
Thank you. Same here.
Tim, thank you for coming on again. Mark, Seth, you guys know you're my homeboys. Appreciate you guys coming on. Appreciate everybody watching. And go to my Shopify store. Go to this and buy something, man. I need money. I'm broke. I'm poor. My kids are hungry and starving. We haven't had heat in 6 months. It's very bad. It's very bad. But we love you guys. Next week, Peter Artusa, IWCA, man. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
See you later.